obviously Jay had his first year of eligibility. Nas came out in '94. Biggie got inducted his first year of eligibility. Same thing as Tupac. Nas didn't get inducted his first year of eligibility. Outkast came out in '94. They haven't been nominated either. Nas hasn't been nominated, excuse me. So that kind of goes to where I want to go next. Who do you think will be the next group or solo acts that are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame from the hip hop genre?
All signs point to Wu-Tang Clan, all things being considered. The W.
I'm with you. I think as a group it'll be the Wu-Tang. I don't think they've been nominated yet, even though they came out in '93. I would like to see Tribe get in there first, but it's probably going to be Wu if we're talking about a group. I know they love doing groups. I could see Wu and Tribe getting in there at the same time, maybe, but definitely Wu-Tang. And as far as solo acts, who do you think's going to be coming next?
I told you, Mike. I mean, you and I talked about it yesterday. I was like, they're probably going to get Nas and Eminem in at the same time as soon as Eminem becomes eligible, which will be in a couple of years.
Yeah, Eminem would be eligible. He came out technically in '99.
Yeah, so he'll be eligible.
He'll be eligible in 2024.
Yeah.
I could see them doing what they did with this LL and Jay-Z thing with Nas and Eminem. Yeah. They may just let Nas and Eminem in at the same time so there won't be any backlash for Eminem getting in there and there not being a Rakim or KRS or whatever. I love the fact, though, and I don't want to go back to Jay's speech, but I love the fact that he really harped on KRS-One, Kane. He said all great things about him, like Rakim. I've never heard him big up those pioneers that, made him. Because, Jay's the God MC. He made himself, right?
I think because he thinks that he's past them, though, so he can speak in those terms and those regards now.
Well, I mean, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is another thing to brag about.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was going to get back to the Nas and Eminem thing, but go ahead.
No, that's where I was kind of going to go with it, too. And here's where I am going to give Jay some flowers. As much as I'm giving LL his props, I do not think that he is better than Jay in the all-time greatest MC conversation. Mm-hmm. However, Mike, and this is where it is potentially problematic if they do this again with Nas and Eminem, it's not a conversation for almost anybody who the superior MC and catalog of the two is. And so it's going to be some shit if they do that. I personally am going to see to that.
Well, I want to see what people in the chat say. Tribero says Eminem deserves it too. Terminator 2 says, no, Eminem doesn't deserve it. Who do you guys think is going to be the next solo act actually inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame from hip hop? I think it's going to be Eminem. Do I think Eminem deserves it? I mean, I think when you talk about impact, culture shifting, how could he not? I mean, it is what it is. How could he not? Eminem's a game changer. I don't think Eminem is as great as people say he is.
There we go. I was just waiting for it. I knew it was coming.
I just want to clarify. I want to clarify.
That's right.
I just want to clarify. I don't want people to think that I done, got soft on this issue or whatnot. But I don't think Eminem is as great as they say he is. But his impact is there. And the only reason why I kind of pause on that, because one thing I will say about Eminem's catalog, do you feel like any of Eminem's albums changed anything in hip-hop?
No, I don't.
Do you think any Eminem songs came out where niggas was like, yo, I got to make something like that. I got to make something like Stan. I got to do something. Like, if there is one, it would be Stan. But I didn't even see that shift anything. Now, when somebody like 50 Cent drops Get Rich or Die Trying, that's a game changer. Right? That's a game changer. And we've seen game changers. We've seen Illmatic come through, be a game changer. We've seen Doggy Style come through, be a game changer. Shit, we've seen, what Biggie did, game changing.
A couple times. a couple times.
Jay's done it. You know what I'm saying? When the blueprint came, everybody had the sped up soul sample shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye changed the game. Like him or not. You know what I'm saying? Kanye changed the game a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't sit here and say when the Marshall Mathers LP dropped, others in hip hop were like, yo, I got to do something like The Way I Am. Or I got to do something like The Real Slim Shady. So that's why I kind of pause when it comes to impact. But his impact is more so, let's just keep it real. His impact is that he gave white guys the courage to go out there and rap. Right?
Yeah.
Split Spark says that the Marshall Mathers LP was a game changer. How so, sir? Please let me know how the Marshall Mathers LP, like
So
what seeds do you see from the Marshall Mathers LP? What albums that came after that do you sit there and say, like, yo, that was really influenced by the Marshall Mathers LP?
I don't know why y'all got Mike started. I don't know why y'all got him started. I've been having
No,
this.
I just want to clear this up. You know what I'm saying?
Clear it up, Mike. I don't even know why y'all did this. See, the people are starting to piss me off because they're letting me know they haven't been watching the show and how many times I've been having this motherfucking conversation.
I mean, we can have the conversation again, you know. But again,
most of why y'all have this conversation.
I think his impact is based on the fact that he gave young white rappers the courage to get on the mic. Is that his impact? Like, I think that's why 8 Mile is so big and etched in everyone's brain. Like, B-Rabbit's a real person.
Possibly, Mike. I mean, because when you said that, I immediately thought, well, no, the Beastie Boys really influenced it more and made it cool for white boys to rap.
The Beastie Boys kind of changed course, though. I will say this. The Beastie Boys weren't getting on other records, and they weren't jumping on records with other MCs like Eminem was doing.